MEDS, or Meditation, Exercise, Diet, and Sleep, is sort of the platform that we at Jiva Clinic and also the South Asian Heart Center uses to discuss lifestyle. And so the first part of that is meditation. So one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that just as important as exercise and diet is meditation as well as sleep. So we'll be looking at how all four of these play a role. All right. So these are sort of the main forms of meditation that you could do: concentrative, contemplative, and transcendental. And you can read here what these are about, but the one I want to focus on is transcendental meditation, or sort of losing the object. So this technique has been proven through many studies to be one of the most effective techniques of meditation. Basically, if you take a class on this, your instructor will give you some random word that's meaningless to you, but they ask you to keep repeating it until you lose meaning of that word. You lose awareness of anything else, and you're basically in a state of pure consciousness. Um, and so that's sort of transcendental meditation. You'll see in the next slide how effective that is. But our goal for meditation, ideally, we want to be meditating at least twice a day for 20 minutes each time. And so with these two graphs, this was a study by the Journal of Social Behavior and Personality that found that those who practiced TM with the guideline of twice a day for 20 minutes each day has significantly reduced risk of mortality, both cardiovascular mortality and also alt-cause mortality, basically all other causes. So overall, meditation definitely does help. And the reason that is because of the stress hormone cortisol. So the stress hormone cortisol usually increases when you're under stressful situations. It's sort of your flight or fight hormone, and it's a huge risk factor in all of these issues. So neurodegenerative disorders, heart disorders, digestive disorders, and immune system disorders. And research has found that when you meditate and you reduce your stress, it reduces the impact that cortisol has on all of these, and it reduces your cortisol levels overall. And a lot of people, they don't see or think about the direct effects of meditation. It's more abstract, which is why they often forego or deprioritize it. But the research has shown that not only does it decrease cortisol levels, meditation definitely alters your brain waves and makes it more similar to your restful brain waves that you have during sleep. So scientifically, it definitely does help in terms of reducing all of these risk factors. And I think we saw this in the Kahoot as well. So here's another study which basically showed that I think out of 1,000 people who volunteered to be part of the study, there was a 5-point decrease in their blood pressure when they practice meditation. And that decreases the risk of atherosclerosis, plaque buildup, and also heart attacks and heart failure. All right, so these are some ways that you could start meditation today. So usually when people haven't had experience with meditation before, it's really hard to jump into a strict routine of it. So we usually say, eyes closed rest for 10 minutes, even 5 minutes every morning or night. Try to incorporate that into your routine. It's sort of a gradual way to start meditating. And these are some great apps that you can download to sort of guide you through that. And if you practice, it can get easier to stay focused, meditate with more of a routine, and build a habit out of that. And so now I think, yeah, we have some discussion questions, so you can answer in the chat. So the first one is, can exercise or anything else you find relaxing? Like some people say that going for a walk relaxes them or reduces stress. Can those things substitute for meditation? And then the second one is, why do you think people are more reluctant to add meditation than change other parts of their lifestyle?
Do you students meditate? How can we inspire teens to do this?
Yeah, so actually, when I first learned about, the importance of meditation for heart health, it was when I first started volunteering with the South Asian Heart Center. And before everyone was saying meditation is important, I never really took it seriously, and it was still definitely hard for me to start meditating. So I think as a student, the best way that I found to start is just using one of the apps. So like Headspace is a really good app, has guided meditation. It sort of reminds you to meditate. So you don't have to worry about building that into your schedule. It's really simple. So I think as a student with limited time, these apps are really helpful. Yeah, so I have an answer in the chat. So um, Someone said yes, that you can substitute other things that are relaxing for meditation. Um, so that's definitely true. If as long as you're doing something that reduces your stress levels, that is an effective way to reduce cortisol, as well as or decrease your risk of heart disease. But a lot of studies have shown that meditation does a lot of things that other activities don't. So meditation is specifically being restful while awake. So there's a lot of unique benefits from meditating specifically that other activities don't necessarily bring. And the second response was that it is easier to take 20 minutes out of your day instead of changing their daily diet. That's definitely true. Large changes that to a large part of your lifestyle are definitely more difficult. Meditation is not taken as seriously as well by a lot of people. So I think the best way is to start small. There's a lot of great suggestions in the chat. Going out for a walk when you feel stressed, meditating right before sleep is a good option.